Okay, welcome to another episode of Technical Insights. David, how are you going?
I'm well, as always, Phil.
Richmond's won the flag. You a happy man?
Yeah, it was a couple of months ago, but yeah,
Good.
I'm happy.
You're hungover still?
No,
No?
I don't drink, Phil, you know that.
Okay, today we're going to talk about credit growth versus house price growth.
Yes.
So what is credit growth, first of all?
So credit growth is simply the growth in credit, and that could be consumer credit, personal loans, home loans, business loans.
Okay. And what is the relationship between credit growth and house price growth?
Well, there's a graph coming up on your screen, and when credit growth is growing really strongly, we see strong house price growth, and vice versa.
And what does that mean for owner-occupiers and investors out there in the marketplace?
Well, when you look at the trend, it's very clear that the growth in credit is slowing. And so it's also very clear that the growth in house prices is slowing. So what one can conclude from that is unless credit growth speeds up, house price growth will be fairly moderate.
So if you're an investor looking to buy something out there in the market, where do you see it going over the next 5 years?
Well, I think the important thing is we've been very lucky with a high growth in credit historically. We may not be that lucky moving forward, so it's going to get harder to make money from residential property. That doesn't mean you shouldn't do it, it just means that you need to be really good at it, which is get your strategy right, get the research right, and get the execution right.
Fantastic. And Melbourne and Sydney, where do you see those two markets at currently?
Well, I mean, we can certainly see credit growth slowing and the clearance rates coming off. Part of that is APRA induced.
Have you started to see it slow off in Melbourne?
Yeah, well, we saw the clearance rate over the weekend drop, but that was on the back of very high auction volumes. I think Melbourne's still got some legs in it. I don't think Sydney has. But Melbourne's definitely probably going to pull up stumps in 12 to 18 months, I would have thought, in most markets. And then Sydney, arguably that's doing that now.
Fantastic. Thanks, David.
Thanks, Bill.